Julia and her husband, Francis, moved to Bucharest, Romania, for his work. She notices a silhouetted man across the street in a window from their new apartment. After a terrible murder, she suspects him as the killer. This is a Shudder exclusive, which have been kind of hit or miss for me. Directed by Chloe Okuno, who has done shorts and a segment in VHS 94, which is probably the worst film in the franchise, but I digress. But her segment was good. Titled Storm Drain, it was also the most popular from the film. Maika Monroe plays Julia. She's fairly decent in this. I like her more in this than in It Follows, but that may be because this script is way better. And she was also great in The Guest, which is probably my favorite film that she has done up until now. A lot of the dialogue is in Romanian, and there's no subtitles, which at first was kind of annoying, but I found it worked and made Julia more relatable as the audience is in her shoes, being a stranger in a new place, not being able to speak the language. Karl Glusman plays Julia's husband, Francis. He's good in the role, but he's a little generic. The husband that doesn't quite believe his wife. He's not in the film a whole lot, but he does well. He was also good in Devs and Neon Demon, and I would have liked to seen a little more of him in this film. Gorman, as the suspected neighbor, later revealed by the name Daniel Weber, is awesome in this. Torchwood fans will remember him as Owen Harper, and he has had a great career in both British and American productions. And he pulls off creepy, with a hint of sadness. I wish there was more of him as well. He's a great actor, and every scene he's in is riveting. Madalina Anea plays Irina, the neighbor that befriends Julia. Her scenes with Monroe are some of the best. You see Julia generally smile. It's definitely a tension reliever during these scenes. This is the only thing I've seen her in, but she's great, and I would have liked to see more scenes with her, too. Overall, I would recommend this. It really follows the character of Julia, so even though I would have liked to have seen more of the other actors, it wouldn't have served the story, and that's what matters most. This has a bit of a Hitchcock feel. My guess it was kind of influenced by Rear Window. The first half is the best part. Funny enough, my favorite thing about the movie is the sound. Early on, there's not an overabundance of score, and it's really only when the film needs it. And even then, it's subtle. Composer Nathan Halpern does a great job here. He's previously done mostly documentaries. The Foley and background noise creates a creepy atmosphere, and I was waiting for something to jump out or some sort of loud noise, but it doesn't happen. It's slow, but that's not a deterrent. You get to know Julia and her relationships with the other characters. The second half seems to switch. It becomes more of a standard thriller. While I like Halpern's score, it just kind of loses its subtlety and dominates a lot of the later scenes. But in the last 10 minutes or so, it gets back on track. It's not your standard slasher flick, which the trailer I saw made it almost seem like it was, but that's actually a good thing. It's really too early to tell how long it'll stay with me, but I enjoyed it. It held my interest throughout. This is probably a really good date night movie. I would check it out. Thanks.